Hello, welcome to Millennium Academy. Uh, Thanks for joining us. Today we are having the session for demo class for the CMA. Let me introduce first of all me. I am Armagan Ahmed. I am CPA and lecturer in the university and so on. I have been in the training field past 20 plus years, and I will be your trainer for the is CMA program. Okay, so when we talk about the CMA program, basically CMA is a two-paper certification. Okay, CMA is a two-paper certification, right? And when the main thing is that CMA is recognized worldwide, that you can see IFAC, International Federation of Accountants, right? It recognizes the certification. The last one, USA, you can see Institute of Management Accountant, USA. The last one you can see. So most of you might be from India or Pakistan or from other countries. So we do know that there are two types of certification every country almost have. One is the chartered accountancy or CPA. The other is the cost and management accountancy. So in India as well, this is ICMAI. In Pakistan, ICMAP, and in the different countries there are CIMA in the UK. So these are the institutions which offer the cost and management accountancy. So CMA is recognized worldwide. This is the main thing. It is recognized worldwide, and those who have done it, any country they go, and it will be recognized there. CMA program is a only 2-year, two-paper exam, and it might be completed within a year. So when we are starting the program, we are hopeful that our students, like either in the September, October, they will be attempting, or if not, then January, February, they will be attempting the exam. Right, for that. There, as we discussed about, there are two papers only, part one and part two. The prerequisite for the program is that the individual should be graduate, right? And he should have a 2-year working experience. But those who have not yet graduated, doing graduation and so on, they can also pursue that. Even those who have not experience right now, accounting and relevant field, they can also show experience later. It's 6 or 7 years, they can show the experience. So in order to get the certification of CMA, this is the prerequisite there, 2 exams to pass, bachelor's degree, 2-year experience, and IMA valid membership. So once anybody is member and all, so they can apply for the certifications. CMA exam is a computerized exams that can be from the Knowledge Village in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi, right? The exam can pursue in the Prometric Center, or it is possible that from home and working environment also the students can pursue, but for that proctored cameras and all should be there for that. Exam windows, like there are 3 windows are available, right? So right, just like May, June, right now exams window is there. Any day exams can be conducted in the Prometric Center. Either it might be 7:30 around, or might be 11:30, or like this too. Normally 2 times or 3 times in every day exam window is available. Once anybody will be ready, so we will be asking students to register and then go for the exam, etc. There, as I told you, there are 2 parts, or means there are 2 papers. So exam windows is there. Next window is September, October, and after that 2 months gap, then January, February, then 2 months gap, then May, June. It means 2-month exam, 2 months gap, 2 months exam, 2 months gap. This is the exam there. And when we talk about the CMA course, so there are, as I told you, there are 2 papers, there are 2 parts exam. There's a part 1 comprise of this is part 2. Part 1 comprises of external financial reporting, that is the financial statement analysis there. And part 2 comprise of section B comprise of the planning, budgeting, forecasting. Section C, performance management. So weightage is also given of the syllabus there. But amazingly, if I tell you about that, our normal book that will be following the Gleam book, but the material you will be finding from all book, because I have been giving training for CMA past 15 years. So in that I have taught from every book. So I have designed my own course material that will be lecture by lecture. You will be getting that. So here in the part 1, we have 6 sections, A to F. And section A is about more financial accounting, 15%. That normally in the Gleam book that comprise of 6 chapters, right? And planning and budgeting, 3 chapters, 20% weightage. Performance management, 2 to 3 chapters. Again, cost management, 5 chapters, 15% weightage there. So, and similarly, internal control and technology, 15% weightage. And this is the level C. It means you can say medium difficulty, right? If you have any questions, please you can ask me anytime. Part 2 comprise of financial statement and analysis, that 20%. Section A. Section B, corporate finance, 20%. Decision analysis, 25%. Risk management, 10%. Investment decisions and professional ethics. So it's more related to, part 2 is more related to financial management and risk management and ethics. This is more related to financial management, whereas the part 1 is having financial accounting as well. It's having cost and management accounting as well. And it's having internal controls and technology. Internal control, more like studies in the auditing there, but that is there in part 1. And technology, that is the computer topic. So it means that if I tell you about that, an accountant can have 6 fields, right? 6 fields it can have. It can be financial accountant, it may be cost and management accountant, it can be finance manager, right? Or he can be you can say taxation consultant, and internal auditor, and external auditor, right? So 6 fields are broadly we can classify. 6 fields are there, then accountant can be. So only one field, that is the chartered accountancy, the CMA candidate cannot do. Means that they cannot be external auditor. For internal auditor, there is no such mandatory qualification that anybody can be internal auditor. Even the simple BCom can be internal auditor. But those who have done the CIA, they might be preferred in the big organizations. So this the CMA, the benefit of the CMA, if we talk about, first of all, you know that there are many candidates there that who have done their graduations, right? They might have done their masters, but the main thing is that nowadays, if you see the job providers or employers are there, they are looking, even the graduate will work, but one certification is important. One certification is necessary, right? So it's very important. If somebody is thinking that he should do or she should do the masters, or he or she should do the certification. So I will recommend that if you want to pursue in the career of finance or so, one certification is very important for you, right? Any questions? So one certification is important. So now if we talk about which certification it should be, so you know that there are, if you see, there are 3 types of certification is there in worldwide. Okay. So there are 3 types of certifications are there worldwide. One certification offered by the US, that is a CPA, CIA, CMA, what we are talking about right now here. These are the main certification. And then for finance, for investment banker, we talk about CFA. But that is more related to fund managers and those. There's so normal finance manager, if we talk about, so normal finance manager can do ACCA, right? So in the US, I told you that there are 4 certification major they have. One is their CPA, that is audit. The other is the CMA that we're talking about cost and management accountant. and they have CIA for internal auditors, but that is not mandatory, I told you, and CFA, that is for investment bankers or fund managers. These are 4 certification. One choice we can go there. Second choice we should have a UK certification. In UK, we have the ACCA, that is Chartered Accountancy. England and Wales, against the CA, England and Wales, that is also Chartered Accountancy, right? And then the CIMA, this is CMA, that is CIMA. It's having around 13 to 14 papers in the CIMA. That's also tough because 3 to 4 years it takes. ACCA also take 3 to 4 years. Then we have third category of our own countries certifications, right? So in majority people are from India and Pakistan. So we have the one is the chartered accountancy and one is the cost and management accountancy. But chartered accountancy, right, it's again difficult for those who are employed. They can pursue the chartered accountancy because they have to work in the audit settings, audit firm, etc. Whereas the ICMA or CIMA, ICMA what we call, so ICMA also takes around 16 to 18 papers. That's also tough, right? Because the number of papers are so many. So that's why the CPA, I think American certifications are, you can say, only CPA takes only 4 papers, right? Whereas the CMA takes only 2 papers, right? So 2 papers are there in the CMA, and in the short time, means within a year, you can be certified. Within a year, you should be certified. This is the main advantage the CMA is having, that you can be certified within 1 year. Or if you're giving exam like 4 months, they will be exam, 8 months, 1 or 2 months for the exam results. So it means within a year easily person can be certified. Where is the, when we talk about the structure of the CMA, that structure of CMA, the paper is of 4 hours. 3 hours MCQs, means you will give the choice A, B, C, D. You have to choose one. Whereas once you 3 hours will complete, so then those who have got 50% marks in the MCQs, they will be transferred to the essay screen. But unfortunately, if some people who are not get the 50% marks, so they will not reach to the essay screen. So essay screen, when you get it, so MCQs are 100 MCQs are there in the exam, and total marks out of 500 MCQs are having marks 375, whereas the essay exam that is 1 hour and it's having the 2 questions. So that can be, they can ask anything. For example, what are the benefits, what are the limitation of joint costing, process costing, activity based costing, what is the external financial statement, anything theoretical or numerical, right? Theoretical or numerical questions can be asked, right? So recently my student have given exam, so they are saying that JIT questions were asked, internal controls questions were asked. Means the multiple there as any student giving exams. So in one question there might be subparts A, B, C, somewhat, sometime D as well. So it means total questions in 1 hour you have to attempt. They might be 6 to 8 small questions, right? So they can give you a data, and related to that 2-3 questions they can ask from that. So a student has to get 362 marks. Student has to get 362 marks to pass the exam. That is according to 70% on percentile system. That is high, but remember 75% are multiple choice questions, right? So we will be aiding students, right? How I will tell you that how we will be aiding students so that they can get these percentages, right? So let's see. Cost of the obviously there are 2 types of cost, right? That is the one is the IMA, that fees that will be going to the USA. That cost summarize of basically $260 membership, registration $15, and entrance fees $280, exam fees $460 per paper, right, and total becomes 1475, but obviously we will try that you should get the $200 to $300 or probably more. So you will try that you should get discount in that. So but remember, these fees you have to pay within almost within a year, right? So you will be starting your studies with us. You will be starting, you will pay tuition fees, you will start this. Then after some date we will ask you, please register, right? And register, we will give you and we will avail the discount from the IMA, and we will negotiate with them and we'll get a discount on that. So we will provide you discount and we'll say that register now. Once you register right that time, so you will get the discount, right? This is the cost of you can say the fees will be IMA. Regarding the institute fees, like you got the information already, right? What will be our methodology, right? We will have the book. Number one, we will have the book. This is the book that you have, 2023 book, right? This is the 2023 book there, CMA, right? Just like cost and management accounting. This is the 2023 book that we have, study unit 1, study unit 2. First 6 chapters I told you that comprise of basically financial accounting, right? First 6 chapters are of financial accounting, and then from the 7th chapter, cost accounting will be starting, right? So 7th chapter, cost accounting will be starting. This is the 2023 book. Before we had the book of, I show you, this is the 2022 book, right? This is the Gleam 2022 book was there. And but benefit in that book particularly we have, in that there are questions are there, right? After each chapter the questions are there. So we will be providing you the newest book, that is the 2023 book, right? With that what will be the way of delivery, right? What will be the way of delivery that we will have? We have this website, you can go, and in that you can go to the finance, right? And in the finance you can go to the CMA, right? This is the blog that is the blog that is also there, that will help you out. Yes, yes, please. Hello, hello. Okay, so this is the blog that will be aiding you time by time. Some whatever important topics are there, they're added up, right? So these are different types of topics. For example, CA part 1 theory things, right? This is very important once you're giving exam. So in that exam, like you have to answer questions, who are direct users, financial statement, right? These are the different questions are there, that is to help students, like time by time we'll be adding on that, right? So these are the questions, right? Obviously for theory, they are very vital importance they have, right? Anyways, so this is our website that can help us there. And what will be the way of delivery? Listen, this is the planner that we will be following. In that weekly, we might have 3 hours or more there weekly. So you can see section A is there. I told you in the book that if I show you the book, you can see, let me show you that in the book, in the Gleam book particularly, we have the 20 chapters, right? These are the 20 chapters we have in the Gleam book. If you see first 6 chapters up till integrated reporting, this is the cost. This is the external financial statement, means financial statement, finance, right? So financial accounting, you can see 6 chapters are here. Then after, from the 7th chapter to 11th chapter, this is the cost and management accounting. From 12th chapter to 12, 13, and 14. So these are basically the budgeting chapters. Okay. Then we have cost and variance analysis and responsibility accounting. This is the responsibility management, right? Performance management. And 2 chapters are basically internal controls, and last 2 chapters are technology chapters. So this is the composition of the book, that part 1 we are having, right? This is the composition of the book that we will be following. So this is the same in the planner. This is being depicted here. So you can see we can start either section A or section D, right? And you can start, normally I start with the section D because cost accounting, because so many students are coming after some 5 years gap, 6 years gap. So the cost accounting, they can go easily, and then once momentum become, so it will be easy for them. So basically, so our way of delivery will be like that numerical questions when we have. So numerical questions, our whiteboard will be Excel files, right? So I have all my lectures on the Excel file. If I'll show you here, so just like external financial statement, you'll go all lectures, asset type, share, treasury payment, treasury stock, cash flows, account receivable, construction, inventory, revenue recognition, all of them, right? Any one of them you will open, you will find all the details you will be finding there. So that those files I will be transferring you time by time. Okay. So here every information is there, that what is inventory, what is included in inventory, etc. There are different systems of inventory. We have, for example, periodic inventory system, perpetual inventory systems, and under both systems we have methods, FIFO method, right? Weighted average method, LIFO method. FIFO gives the same result answer, inventory value will be same, either use the periodic system or perpetual system. Then LIFO method, which is not used under the IFRS, remember, but CMA, what we are doing, this is the US GAAP system, right? So we will teach you both of them, but under IFRS, like what these LIFO is not allowed, right? So these are the systems there. So that, let's say this question is there from the book, right? So this question particularly we will be bringing here, and then we will keep solving here. This is a solution. We will go ahead of what the book is showing you. So we will show how the inventory values are there under the FIFO method, how the inventory values are there under the LIFO method, and how they are there under the one more method is there, that is the weighted average method, right? FIFO, LIFO, and weighted moving average, right? This is the perpetual, it means the inventory after every sales updated. This is called the perpetual inventory system. Whereas under the periodic inventory system, as we know that just like retail shops, after every sale, they cannot update their inventory. So small value 1, 2, 5, these values of goods they're selling. So of course they cannot update inventory after sale. So they will wait period to end. Once the period ends, then they will see what is the physical inventory, and then they will do their inventory costing. So this is periodic inventory system. Then cost and market LCM rule under the IFRS we call NRV, cost or NRV, whichever is lower, cost or NRV, whichever is lower. This is the inventory. So I will be teaching you both ways because I am also the trainer for IFRS. So anything you are having in your job, any issues about IFRS, so I am the consultant for IFRS, right? So you can ask me as well for those things. So CMA, under the CMA, they will be telling you not only the US GAAP things, but they will also tell you IFRS difference, right? Although it's a CMA US based study, but they will tell you IFRS difference. Before in the CPA US as well, they used to show IFRS difference, but in the CPA now they have abolished. They are only showing the US things according to US GAAP, right? In the new CPA books, they are showing only the US material only. Anyway, this is what I told you, that you will find lectures all in this form. Lease is there, depreciation, goodwill, bond, any lecture you will open that, it will have the great details, right? It will have great details. So these lectures will be transferred to you, right? Once a lecture is given, so then you can get those lectures. For example, this is the depreciation. If you see, so depreciation, method of depreciation, straight line, declining balance method, some of the year, then composite, sometimes aeroplane is there, so they have different life. This is composite depreciation. Types of assets, what we have, revenue and capital expenditures, right? Once you incur any expenditure, it will be added in the asset cost, or it will be shown as a revenue expenditure. This is the capitalizations what we have. So each lecture is there ready. Impairment in that, so that how you will do the impairment. This is the impairment calculations are there. So similarly, if you buy property not used in the business, that is investment property, it is dealt differently, unlike the those assets which you are using. Similarly, research and development, many things are there, revaluations are there, means any point is not left. Any point is not left. Remember, when you are studying with me, so you will get full information about IFRS as well, right? Because I am the trainer for IFRS as well. So you will get the full information, what you have to do in your company and what in the CMA. Okay. Anyway, this is what I told you about the lecture that will be delivered. As I told you, each section, just like this is the costing section. If you go here, the joint high and low method, joint and byproduct, service cost, job order, process costing, MRP, life cycle, absorption, activity-based costing, right? Each and every item is there. And these you can see so many process costing, so many this and that, because this is my whiteboard. Excel is my whiteboard. I keep on working on the new document. So these are the class files basically. So this is the, as I was telling you, our way of study will be for theoretical things, those things which are theoretical, we may be using the slides, right? So to make it, to facilitate you so that you can learn easily for so many things, just like a theoretical things, we can provide you some audio files, right? Some audio files will be provided. Just let's say you are driving. So if you're driving, in the meanwhile, you can turn on your microphone and sorry, there, and then you can listen those recordings, right? So the theory will be covered like this way. So I would like that avail most of the times, or you are tired, you can only listen in your mobiles, those audios, etc. Right? And the other benefit that you will be getting from us is that possibility of recorded lectures, right? These are the all recorded lectures we have time by time, why we kept on updating and all. These are the all lectures are there. So obviously you will get the lectures of your particular class, right? So if somebody has missed out any class, so this is the benefit there. They can avail this there, they can request us, we can provide the recordings for that. Okay, so this is about the blog is there, websites, also a lot of information there in the website, and so that will go there. Anyway, planner we were discussing about. So this is the planner what we have. So way of teaching will be that we will start chapter, and then once the chapter is done, I would expect from you that you should study 10 hours a day. The 10 hours a day is available to you people? Too high. Okay. Just kidding. So 10 hours a week you have to spend. Out of 10 hours, 3 hours you have class with me. So it means additional 7 hours, means 7 days, 7 hours, right? So it is manageable. This will be expectation from us. Once a chapter is covered, you will be given the lecture notes plus what you will get. Plus, we will send you some files. How? Two types of files we will be sending you. One will be sending you probably, let's say, solve questions, right? Suppose here you have cost management concepts. So we will send you this file. We'll send you this file. This is having the question choices A, B, C, D. Then there's a solution is given. Immediate solution is given, right? I prefer that I should send you this type of file. Why? Because I want that my students should try to study quickly as many questions as they want, right? By doing this, they will go through while they're in office, while they're idle for some time, or they are particularly studying. So quickly, in short period of time, in your mobile, you can open this PDF file and you can go through questions quickly, right? And first try A, B, C, D, or what is the best, think in your mind, and then check the answer, right? So this file will be given you once the lecture is completed. Then one more file will be sent to you. That is, assignments are there. Assignments, I show you this. So let's say this assignment will be given, let's say, for classification of costs. This assignment is sent. So this is having answers, no answers are with there. So one file I will send you with solution, and one file I will send you without solution. This is kind of assignments, right? So assignments you should attempt, right? And if you are doing assignment well, you are following the way I'm telling you, right? So we are sure that when our batch will finish, you would have confidence to give exam, right? You will have confidence to give an exam as well, right? So remember that many institutes, they're offering the CMA program, but we have one special program as well. The special program is that we have a regular program that we will have right now there, but those who are willing to enroll in the exam batch, we will give you good discount on that exam batch. This exam batch is particular. There will be very short lecture, and there will be 25 hours around time, right? So two papers, 50 hours, 25 there. This is focused on what? This will be focused only for the exam solution, right? For example, if I say, what is the cost accounting? I will give you 10-15 minutes lecture. After 10-15 minutes lecture, directly we will jump to the question solution, right? And those chosen selected questions will be attempted. Means they will be mock. They will be mock. So those who are willing, my wish will be that once you are doing the CMA regular batch, go through the question assignments provided to you. This will enable you to pass the exam. But if you're willing, you want to enroll exam batch, that exam batch option is also there, right? So it means once these assignments will be sent to you, you do these assignments. Additionally, we have the test system, right? So these are the test systems are there, means mock, section mocks are there, and chapter mocks are also there. But normally we prefer section mocks, right? For example, here we can say budgeting to mock, right? So let's see, you will open this. So this will be having 50 questions or sometime 100 questions. That is the mock. That is the mock, right? This is the mock you will have. Let's see how many questions are there. 100 questions. But in the class, I mean, sometimes we say that day you have to come in and we will send you the mock, and then immediately you have to answer those questions, right? This is the way we follow, as it is also told in our exam planner, right? So this CMA planner, you can see once the right? We will be transferring you 50 questions with almost at least with every chapter, right? And once the section is over, there will be mock, wrap up mock, right? You have to attempt a mock exam there. Okay, so each section there will be mock 50 question or 100 question or sometime, because these two sections are the, you can see, financial accounting and cost accounting. These are the big sections, 6 chapters here in the financial accounting and 5 chapters here in the cost accounting, whereas all other chapters, 2 chapter, 3 chapter, 2 chapter, 3 chapter. So like this there. So our plan is that you should have studied, right? As we know that there are we have in CMA part 1, remember CMA part 1 is bigger as compared to CMA part 2. CMA part 2 is having 16 chapters, CMA part 1 is having 20 chapters. So time also spent more on the CMA part 1, right? Any question? Anybody wants to ask anything? Right. So this is so this is the way we will be following, as I told you, right? And the this is the tests that we have, and we also have, as I told you, some exam batches, right? So you can see, right? So exam batch, right? We will discuss IMA retired questions. Basically, IMA, yes, please, Danish, is there any expiry date? Expiry date for what? CMA? No, there is no expiry date for CMA. Once you get a certification, only keep paying the subscription, right? And many students, once we enroll, no, means our session, we keep on going, right? Keep on going. Arun asked once we are enrolled. So Arun, basically, you have enrolled us, suppose in the September, October attempt, but if you want revision, right, possibly the next batch is there, so you can you can come in the next batch even. Sometimes students are unable due to the company affairs. Sometimes there's too much work, they cannot give exam. So in the later, you can also join us. Could you please brief one more time about exam pattern, please? Okay, exam pattern. So anyway, you have understood this exam batch, like for all the sections, like exam batch particularly, we will be focusing on the exam paper solution. So this right, we have 2 types of settings: regular batch and exam batch. Regular batch, thoroughly we will study in that a lot of question solution. As I told you, there will be how many questions? Almost 1000 plus questions we expect. 400 to 500 question at least we'll be solving in the class, right? And 400 to 500 or more question I would be sending you quite bit as your practice questions, right? That you do it. If you have done 1000 questions properly, it means you have prepared for exam, right? And I told you that we are sending you not only the chapter wise basic thing, in the CMA certification. Basic thing in the CMA certification is the time management, and then checking where I am weak, right? Sometimes student give exam, they could not pass it, but they don't know where they could not work out. So that's why we have a controlled study. We have a controlled study, chapter wise you can check it, section wise you can check it, right? And then final mock, we will have comprehensive mocks, all section mocks. Okay, so if you student ask something, first of all, Danish asks about, brief us about the exam pattern. Okay, let me come to the slide again. Okay, So exam pattern, like I had told you, exam comprised of 4 hours and 3 hours multiple choice question, 100 multiple choice questions. Total marks 375 of MCQs. Whereas essay type question 1 hour, right? It means when you go to Prometric Center, normally 7:30 or 11, whatever time is given to you. So you will have 4 hours. 4 hours, like you have to give your exam, and once you go in exam, they will take everything from you. It means that they will ask you all your belongings, your wallet, your mobile, your everything is there. They will give you locker key, lock in it, keep it in it. They will give you the pencil, the paper. They will provide you calculator, some allowed calculator numbers are there. I will tell you those calculator, you can take it, but sometimes they also provide it, right? So you will be sitting just like a internet cafes, boxes are there, right? You will be sitting in that, laptop is there, computer will be there, and then you will be solving online. Remember, this CMA is total computerized, means even your full essay type question you are solving, you have to write on the keyboard. So normally I believe that people who are working, their computer speed is higher than their manual writing speed. So now that's okay. Exam testing window, I told, right? Exam strategies, like once you will be completing your batch, I will tell you particularly exam strategies, right? There are a lot of strategies there, how it will be there completely, like how you should attempt multiple choice question, how you should attempt the essay type questions, right? And all information, how to do the time management on that, all will be told to you, right? All will be told to you how to do it, which question, how which questions to attempt, which you have to skip it. So the all information is there. But anyway, I should tell you that in 100 MCQs you're attempting, your target should be reach to 100 question, right? So you should not leave any question blank. All question you must mark it, because there is no negative marking, right? If the answer you did right, right? If you could study the question and you know the answer, that's very well, you can get the mark. But if you are not sure, then even you should attempt it, means guess it, right? Guesswork. So guessing technique, we will also tell you how to guess things, right? So guessing technique we will also tell you in that. And we will tell you that if there are some long questions are there, you think about it, will take 2, 3, 4 minutes. So better mark it, go to next question, right? Next question might be shorter and easier probably, right? So once you are going through any read any big data you have, so you should read the requirement first. Do not read the data first, read the requirement first. First you read the requirement, then you see about that this particular thing, do you think it will take time to evaluate, or you feel like you are not comfortable with the requirement, you are not sure, so better go to the next question, right? We will tell you complete exam techniques on that. Yes, Mr. Danish, is your answer given, or anything you also want? Anyway, Arun has asked us, can you provide us the computer less complete fees details in your chat box? Okay, so we will provide you complete details for the fees information, etc., right? So please let us know, right? And it will be better if you have your emails, right? uh, Tell us in this chat box, right? Or directly DM to me, right? So DM to me your email, so any information is there, we will provide you on that. Okay. Regarding, okay, what Arun has asked, okay, this will do it. Can you share the recorded version of this things? Yes, we can do it. Okay, so this is about the uh, methodology we have, right? And all we discussed about that. So this is the plan basically. You know that it's very important. It's very important that how things will be taught from the first day to the last day. This is very important. Sometimes, like you have seen that everything is prepared. Everything is prepared, like practice question, assignments, tests, mocks, theory prepared, numerical prepared. Everything is prepared here. Everything is prepared here. So, okay. Right, everything is prepared here, so you will not be having any issue about it, that anything is not there. As I told you, that those who are joining, this will be online session, so we will have one day. We will start with, probably we can increase the one more day, right, as we have to see the exam, as a exam window will be coming there, so we can increase the number of days as well. So our class timings will be 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the evening, right? Might be Monday or Thursday, right? Monday or Wednesday, today. This any day we can have on. So this will be our CMA batch start. So we will be starting with the part 1, right, as external financial statement, management accounting and all. So this part 1 will be starting first, right? So, but part 2 we will also be starting, right? But whichever you want to enroll, but better it should be, we should go to part 1 first, right? So this is the information we have. Let's see that how the lecture will be delivered. Theoretical thing, as I told you, we may have slides or we may have from the book, but normally, as I told you, that we will be providing you data for theory separately, right? Theory separately, and that will be focused data. Remember that when I was a student, like of chartered accountancy, at that time, I used to study from 5 books or 6 books, because chartered accountancy is very tough in our country. So Indian books, Pakistani book, UK book, US book, all books we used to study, right? And still exam used to be difficult. So, but for you, I would say that you should focus it. Your, as I told you, your book will be the Gleam book, right? Your book will be the Gleam book. You will get the newest book right now. This is the newest. You will be getting the 2023 book, right? And additionally, the notes will be provided you, focused notes, right? So those who are dedicated notes for theory, for those, so that you don't need to search here and there. Remember, we can give you more books if you want, but try to solve more questions rather than reading more books, because once you solve the questions, so you will also learn about things, right? As I showed you in the book, if I show you the so after each chapter, you will find there are questions, right? See, in the CMA and CPA US based exam, once they give you any question, right? The question is given, the choice A, B, C, D is there. So here, answer A is correct, but why B is wrong, C is wrong, and D is wrong, right? This information is also given. So it means although you have studied one question you have attempted, but you will get information a lot, right? Why B is wrong, C is wrong, and D is wrong, right? This information also you will get it. So it means that this data will also means what I want from you, that I would say that I will be delivering you the lecture, and then you have the book, you can read on book once, but later try to solve more questions, because you remember, you don't have to do PhD in any topic. You have to pass the exam. This is the first target. Once you pass exam, whole life is left. You try to get the research on any topic, right? Our target is to pass the exam. Okay, this will be our target, right? Anybody else ask any questions? So okay, So we are starting the batch, right? This is the demo class we have. We'll be starting in the next week. I would request you, all of you right now enroll so that next window you can give exam, right? Any other question anybody's having? So anyway, let's discuss little data, right? We will be starting with the cost management, right? So when we say about what we understand by financial accounting, management accounting, and cost accounting, what is the difference between financial accounting, management accounting, and cost accounting, right? So let me show you. There's a lot of difference, but let's see here. Financial accounting, any company has to follow the accounting standards, right? IFRS, IAS, right? Or US GAAP. So in our countries, we follow the IFRS and IAS, whereas in the US GAAP is followed. Whereas for management accounting, there is no such standard, right? Although IMA issues the standard, but these are not mandatory standard. Follow or not follow, it's up to you, right? Format, financial accounting, we have a particular format recommended by IFRS or GAAP, right? Whereas management accounting, there is no such format. Time horizon, so financial accounting focus on the historical, right? Whereas the management accounting focus on the future. Financial accounting deals with the external outside the entity, right? Customer, supplier, banker, government, they are dealing with all the transactions there. Whereas the management accounting report to the internal, right? So management accounting report to the management, they are more related to the back end, or you can say they are more related to the internal management, right? Internal reporting, they do it, right? More they are related to internal there. And normally in the financial accounting, you will say, what, this is my cost of the product. Let's say I am producing a let's say a chair. I am producing, the cost in financial accounting, you say one chair costs 200. Okay, this is the one chair cost 200. But in the financial accounting, you will say, in producing the chair, which material is used, what the material cost, what the labor cost, what was the overhead cost. So individual aspects. Here is the total focus, here is the individual aspects. So reporting to financial accounting is to external shareholders, whereas the management accounting reporting internally, right? Internally, focus will be there. Okay, so let's come here. So financial accounting, management accounting, I told you in detail. Cost accounting supports both management and financial accounting, right? Means that if you need any data, right? So you will be either financial accountant or management accounting, either it's for external user or management accounting internal users. Cost accounting, they're working on the data management, right? So what is the cost of production? What is the cost of department? What is the cost of the job? What is the cost of the process? They're all working on it. So they will be providing the details to the both types of management. So here the question comes that what is the primary purpose of objective of external financial reporting? Financial reporting. Financial, if I say financial statement, anybody can tell me what we understand by financial statement? Profit and loss and balance sheet, cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, right? So when we say, yes, financial position of a company, that is financial position is shown by the balance sheet, right? Financial position. So if I show you here, what, for example, if I say financial statement, Financial statement, there is a statement what we call performance statement. Performance of company, or let's say profit or statement of comprehensive, this is the new name, comprehensive income, right? That is same profit and loss account, but it's having one additional component that we call, this is called the performance statement. Okay. Then we have a statement of financial position, right? That is the what we call, right, statement of financial position that shows the position of company, right? That might be assets, liability, equity, right? What is the position? Then we'll have the cash flow position, right? About cash statement of cash flows, right? Statement of cash flows shows the company's inflows, right? Outflows, where they spend it, right? There are different three types of activities are there. I'm not going in detail. We have the statement of changes in equity, right? So equity comprise of share capital, share capital, retained earnings, right? Retained earnings, other reserves, right? And we have then notes, right? Notes will have what? Policies of the company, policies of the company, policies of the company. Then it will have other information, of company matters, right? So anyway, this is what we have the financial statement anyway. So objective of financial statement, this is what I explained to you. Objective of financial statement is to provide the information to the users, right? Provide the information to the users, right? What information, right, we need, right? And so answer will be obviously the provision of information that is useful to present and potential investors. This will be the information. Which of the following is true regarding the comparison of managerial and financial accounting? So anybody can tell me which will be the answer. Management accounting is generally more precise. Managerial accounting will be in detail, right? So management accounting has a past focus. Which looks answer, by the way? Past focus. Managerial accounting, we just discussed having a future focus. Employee on managerial accounting is relevance, and the emphasis on the financial accounting is timeliness. Or managerial accounting need not follow standards. What could be the answer? No. Management accounting has a past focus. We discussed already. I showed you that management accounting is having basically the future focus, right? We discussed management accounting focus is future, right? So management accounting focus is the future, right? Focus is future. So basically D is the answer. D is the answer, that management accounting, right? There's no gap or accounting standard they should follow. Need not follow the GAAP or IFRS. So we discussed that what is the financial accounting, direct cost and indirect cost. What is direct cost? Which is directly related to a product. For example, if you're making a chair, for chair, what material you need? You need the direct material. Direct material, you need the wood. Wood you need. Wood will be the direct material, right? There. But is which will be the indirect material? Indirect material will be, let's say, screws, what you're using in the chair, or small value of material. That will be indirect material. Similarly, labor, those who are physically working, this will be direct labor. For example, carpenter who is making the chair is a direct labor, but those who are helper, supervisors, they are not physically making the chair. This will be indirect labor cost, right? So cost could be direct material, direct labor, possibly direct expenses as well. For example, transportation cost and any other cost. Similarly, manufacturing overhead means all indirect costs. It means indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect expenses, right? For example, screws, right? Indirect material. Worker making table, that is a direct material. Production manager, indirect, because he is not physically working on that. Okay, so the cost could be, we can say, direct cost and indirect cost. Direct cost directly traceable to a product. For example, if I say a chair is made, so we know direct material traceable to a product. Wood is the direct material. It is traceable. You can easily find out how much square foot of wood is used. This is traceable to product. If I say how much is the labor cost, you can say how many hours spent. You can find out how much labor costs on this chair. But indirect cost, for example, if I say rent on one chair, this is indirect cost. Can you come to know rent on one chair? Very difficult. This is not directly traceable, but we have to allocate this rent, some portion we have to allocate to the production of particular job or so. So this is why indirect costs are allocated, whereas direct costs are directly traceable to a product. Example, material and labor are basically direct costs, they are directly traceable, whereas indirect cost is not directly traceable, you have to allocate. So allocate over at these costs. If I show you how we allocate, this is also very important, how we allocate the overhead costs. Let's see, we are producing a chair. Material 5 square foot, rate is 50, 250 is the material cost. If you produce 1000 chairs, the cost will be 250,000. Similarly, if you are you incur in production labor cost, labor, how many hours spent? 6 hours, rate is 30 per hour. 180 is the labor cost on one chair, multiply by 1000 chair, 180,000 is the labor cost. Okay. So this is the labor cost. Let's see overhead cost now. Overhead cost, thing is that what we have overhead cost, rent. Our rent bill is 120. Question is that 120 is the overhead cost, rent. But how much I will put on one chair? Of this 120,000, how much I will put on one chair? This is tough job. So how we should do it? We cannot come to know, because material and labor is directly traceable on a product, whereas the overhead cost is not directly traceable. We have to allocate. How to allocate? Just like we have a swimming pool of water, similarly we have overhead cost pool. We will make factory overhead. Remember, overhead can be factory overhead, overhead can be marketing overhead, overhead can be admin overhead. But here, when manufacturing, we should focus on factory overhead cost or production overhead cost. So rent of the factory, not of the whole company, rent of the factory, insurance of the factory, indirect material spent on the production, utilities charges related to the factory, indirect labor, depreciation, maintenance. Here I give some examples. So total our factory overhead means total indirect cost. Total indirect cost indirect manufacturing cost is $400,000. The question is there, let's say somebody gave us order of 1,000 share on January 1, and you have to give delivery on January 20. So in 20 days, you should know uh, how much overhead I should charge on that job. So how you can do it? You will total all overhead at this place divided by direct labor hours. Now you don't know up till January 20 what will be the overhead cost. So which cost you will be taking it? You can take the last year total cost, or you can take the budgeted cost for the year. So budgeted total cost divided by budgeted hours, or actual last year cost divided by last year actual hours. So you can come to know this is called overhead absorption rate. Total overhead divided by total machine hour or labor hour, whichever. So you will get 400,000 divided by 10,000. So per overhead cost is coming 40 per hour, right? Total overhead of the year or a period divided by number of hours. That is coming 40 per hour. So I gave example here, our chair production. So overhead is based on labor hour or machine hour. So 6 hours we have in the labor, 6 we will have, 6 into what is the rate? 40. So 240 will be the overhead cost on one chair. Multiply by 1,000 share, you can get overhead cost 240,000. So total manufacturing cost will be material, labor, overhead. That will be 670,000. This is the way, means the overhead allocation. How to find out overhead on one chair, one product. This is very important. I told you. Sometimes we have a product is used by manually, and there might be a product which is manual. For example, here product A we were using by machine. So machine depreciation and maintenance was coming. So we saw total overhead 400,000 divided by 10,000. We got 40 per hour. But we have a product which is basically using the labor there. So no machine overhead should be allocated. So it should be there that the overhead should be charged in that thing out of 280,000 divided by, let's say, 8,000 works. So the overhead will be 35, right? So this is what we come to know, that it's possible in one department we have the machine, one department we have the labor settings. So we can charge not one rate, because we will not charge one blanket rate, one rate of the factory. We can charge departmental rate, or we can charge multiple rates that we can do later on. So this is important, that how the overhead will be charged. Any question you have? So any question about the course or about any product, any particular, anything roughly, if you want to ask anything about accounting or management accounting or finance, you can ask me right now. So our batch will be starting next week. We will be mentioning you, we will inform about that. So the costing, we will inform you about that, right? Or you might have been informed about the pricing, right? So I think 2,500 dirham is the charge for the batch for per part, but we will give you probably discount on that. So it might be around 2,000 dirhams, right? It might be 2,000 dirhams that will be charged. So you can join the batch like this, and we will be, the main thing is that we'll do our best efforts that all of our candidates should pass. So in this case, we have to go out of the box, we will go, right? Because we want our reputation, right? So out of the box, we have to go, we will go for that. But we want our candidate should pass. Okay. So any other things? There are a lot of topics are there, but anyway, The main thing was that you should be told that how lecture will be delivered from first class till the end. So that's the main thing, right? That all thing is there, lecture delivered, assignments, practice questions given, mocks, all are there. Any question anybody want to ask, please let us know. So you know our email and all. So please, you can, in any inquiries there, either on the WhatsApp or the email, you can consult us. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Okay. Have a good day. We'll be meeting hopefully in the batch. Thank you very much. Take care. Thank you, Deepa. Thank you, all others. Take care. Okay. So, Fane and all. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.